Hi, welcome to Suck at the Podcast. I'm KD. Let's get this show started. So before the show gets started, my thoughts and prayers goes out to everyone, every hour, every second, every minute, every week, every day. It's a tragedy that's happening in the world, and we need to take care of one another and look out for your loved ones and those who you call family and La Familia. A lot of people celebrated over these holidays. Hope everyone had a great holiday, more so than the actual holiday. Just enjoy time with their loved ones, spending time with their loved ones, sitting down, actually talking to their loved ones, and just, getting a better connection and or frequency with one another, mentally, physically, spiritually, things in that nature. And I heard a lot of fireworks going off in most places, seeing via media. Some don't really watch too much of old news. This is the new news. But at the end, I heard a lot of fireworks going off at most locations. So hoping, my thoughts and prayers goes out to everyone that made it home safely for, having fun. But to start off with the show, people that didn't go out that weekend, mostly at home, just watching TV. So who's on my radar for the TV you watching? Vizio. Yes, Vizio is on my radar. There are some TV owners can claim a share of $3 million settlement over misleading marketing. 2018 lawsuit accused the company of falsely describing its TV refresh rates. Vizio TV's effective refresh rates have been confusing customers for years, and the company may now owe payments to some buyers who were misled by the team. As spotted by the Verge, Vizio recently argued to settle a class action lawsuit in California over a plaintiff claim as false and misleading advertising. While some Vizio TVs are marketing as having a 120 HZ effective refresh rate or 240 effective refresh rate that describes the results archives using motions clarity technology. They're actually native refresh rates in most cases in 60 HZ. Vizio has denied any wrongdoing. They always, on this part, but agreed to a $3 million settlement covering all Vizio TVs purchased in California that were advertised with the above description going back to April 30th, 2014, and up until the final court judgment. The final approval hearing is set for June 20th, 2024. People may be entitled to payments of up to, it's $50, but claims must be in by March 30th, 2024. The claim form can be found here. Vizio also agreed to stop marketing its TV this way and to provide enhanced services and limited 1-year warranty to all settlement class members. I don't care what brand or entity in corporate America, it seems like it's overcharging you, false advertisement. It needs to stop. But, to each his own. I haven't seen Vizio TV personally, but from what I gather over the years, there was one of the premier TVs, even if it's for, the prices against their competitors, whatever the nature may be. But it seemed like no matter the product and service, they just overcharge you or not giving you what your money's worth. So people need to be mindful, once again, of where they're getting their products and service from. I know if something happening, I've seen instance of, for instance, like you watching sports and people have a way of showing their emotions during the TV, and some accidentally the TV falls over or just get punched. I don't know, whatever the case may be. So they're just looking for a TV at a good market price, and obviously they're not doing it right with the marketing of the TV. Okay, so moving forward, it's a new time. People still out here surviving and looking to take care of their loved ones and themselves, and they're still looking for jobs. But over here, So Gifted Monumental Music Group and EUSE Always looking for people that's willing to change, want to change, and tired of going through the same thing. But who's on my radar? It's called newspaper. It's a Oregon newspaper. Lays off entire staff. Pauses production after ex-employee allegedly embezzled funds. Days before Christmas, the editors at the Eugene Weekly said that the paper discovered a former employee closely with finances paid themselves $90,000 since 2022, and the newspaper had more than $100,000 worth of unpaid bills. The Associated Press reports. Some staff members also discovered money from their paychecks that should have gone into their retirement accounts was never deposited, according to the AP. As a result, the paper had to lay off all 10 staff members and stop printing. The Eugene Police Department is now investigating. Counsel are working to trace what happened. Editor Camilla Mortensen told the AP the paper's closer comes amid a worrying time for local newspaper in the United States. A study for the local news initiated at the Northwestern University indicates 2.5 newspapers closed each week in 2023, an upstick from previous years. Pause. Furthermore, more than half of the counties in the U.S. Have either no access or limited access to local news, and over the last 18 years, the nation has lost nearly 1/3 of its newspapers. The study shows Brent Wealth, journalist, professor at the University of Oregon, told the AP he's concerned that the closures will have an outsized impact in filling the gaps in the news coverage in the Oregon's third biggest city. The Eugene Weekly has launched a GoFundMe to raise funds to keep their paper alive. In the first 2 days, they raised over $26,000 thanks to our loyal readers and advertisers. Eugene Weekly has endured where other newspapers have struggled. The GoFundMe page reads, "Now we are fighting to keep this newspaper alive." Well, newspapers still, as they stated, people still look forward to reading newspaper. And I know growing up as a young kid, using the public transportation, I remember back then a newspaper was a thing. It's always, well, when I was growing up in the DMV area, mostly DC, is just the fact of when you got on the train and you wanted to keep up with news or sports, mostly, there were people in the subway that had newspaper and they didn't mind sharing. And that was another way of communicating as humans. And I know these technologies of all these cell phones and computers and earplugs and earpieces and things of that nature, it's starting to be like cyber, There's no interaction with human beings anymore. And that's a form of still what's left in humanity, And it's unfortunate, that the whole staff had to be affected by, I guess, one individual that took upon themselves to look out for themselves and take money. So the only reason that was brought up, because once again, every week on the show, is always someone that's letting go, that's being let go. And how is these people going to provide for their loved ones, and they got a GoFundMe page to no money in retirement? So once again, when people are going to wake up and start to do things that they want to do for themselves, that they're enjoying to do when they wake up every day with no hiccups, So moving forward, it's a lot on my radar. So it's like, once again, it's another institution that's on my radar when it comes to banks and your funds being in these institutions. It's a $1 trillion bank, pays $2.95 million in fines for lying to the institutional clients, overcharging customers. A banking giant with 1.8 trillion in assets under management is paying a multi-million-dollar civil penalty for making false statements to clients and overcharging customers. In the press release, the Monetary Authority of Singapore says it's hidden credit Suisse with a 3.9 million fine to stop illegal practice enforced by the bank's relationship managers. The agency says the bank's relationship managers repeatedly violated Singapore's Securities and Futures Act by explicitly overcharging institutional customers, omitting certain information to cover up the misconduct. The MSS zeroes in on over-the-counter bond transaction where Credit Suisse relationships managers lied about the costs involved in executing the trades, leading to the clients to pay more than they should have. The employees also concealed key details that would have revealed that that they were above the agreed rates. The MS notes that the bank has failed to establish internal control, including post-trading monitoring, that would have prevented the bad behavior of its employees. Deputy Managing Director Mr. Ho Hearn Shai says financial institutions should implement robust governance framework and processes to ensure fair and transparent pricing so that customers we will continue to engage the banks to improve their controls in this area and would not hesitate to take firm enforcement action against a financial institution found to breach our laws. In response, Credit Suisse immediately settled the civil penalty, admitted liability, and strengthened its internal control. The troubled bank has acquired by the UBS back in June and says it will continue to operate as a bank within a bank, maintaining its service and client relations as usual. As usual, huh? Okay, so it's another bank. And then there's another bank. People, I'm sorry that this is continuously happening to you over and over again. All you want is your money to be safe in savings, checkings, whatever it may be. And the offer is to, as long as you have money in their banks, that, you will get interest and things of that nature. Seem like they getting all the interest. And with the way the world is going and with all these banks and not possibly is actually happening, with the digital realm that's here and might be here forever, people need to be mindful of where they place their money. It's unfortunate that this is taking place, and that's just another entity that's on my radar. So before I move forward, I have to get to the sponsors. Today's sponsors by Credit Suisse. Follow them for free training on improving your fundability, building business credit, and getting funding for your business. Credit Suisse Business Credit. Link will be in the bio and or at the bottom of this post for more details for entrepreneurs. This is what I was saying to the customers and consumers on this platform, that when this time came around, that it's going to be opportunity for you to really get some help. There are entities in corporate America that can really help you, want to help you, and it's kind of hard to decipher with all this information via internet, via social media. It's kind of hard to really trust what you see and or hear. You gotta be mindful to do your homework on, once again, who you're giving your money to. That's it. Just do your research. Everything else will take care of itself. There is a track record of good business practice or not. So at the end of the day, there will be a link in the bio for certain things that you can actually look into to better help you and your loved ones and your business, and to help your future be brighter. So moving forward, not last but not least, I know some people might have heard of this list that's going to be released. No, I'm not talking about what people call the Christmas list. Checking it twice, trying to find out who's naughty or nice. Okay, so not that list. This list is Jeffrey Epstein list. It's floating around via media, and it's I believe it was last show that I mentioned that people pay more attention to the celebrities rather than their kids and their loved ones. They know more about these celebrities than their own kids, their own flesh and blood. So there will not be any list, well, people I will name that's on this list. Just going to let that play itself out. But don't be surprised that some of the celebrities that you all favorite celebrities is not on that list. And it's unfortunate that people growing up, they have some big names that's in this type of entertainment industry, they look up to, because of seeing them on TV consistently, movies, short films, skits, TV shows, whatever it may be, game shows. You took a liking to them, and it's going to be a lot of broken hearts that's going to come up very, very, very soon. So, like I said, it's a celebrity's name in unsealed Epstein documents. A judge has ordered the release of, it's roughly over at least 200 people. It's give and take. I see 150, I see 180, I see 200. So just be mindful of who's on that list. Now, I know, you still have a choice to support whoever you want to support. But after a while, it's getting old of who you're supporting, because you're supporting those who don't care nothing about you, never did, never will. And I think it's time for the people to wake up, to try something new, do something new. Things out here is available. We're so gifted in Monumental Music Group and EUSE. It's things that can be done, things that you love, things that you always wanted to do and or try and just didn't know where to go or where to turn to. You have to look no more here on this platform. You can get everything that you ask for and plus more. That's it. That's pretty much what it is. I promise you, on this side, it's better. Come on this side, things will not be the same. That's just the way it is. Hi, I'm KD. It's So Good the Podcast. See you later.